first off, Deet, he's actually upstairs, but he prepares our snacks and our food for us to eat and sets everything here up at the bar. And over here is where we're going to film a scene today. We're going to turn this living room into a TV show. And we have a light over here which we're going to set up. And we have props that we will be digging through this box looking for some of the props from the warrior battle of technology. And here we have the crown, which Deet and the Geek won during the warrior battle of technology. So, and I'm going to be documenting today. Today I am documenting behind the scenes of our TV show. There's not a lot of glamour that goes on. It's a lot of work. But let's go upstairs and see what Deet's preparing in the kitchen. Here we go. Here we have Deet Reed, who is...
That's me.
He is one of the co-owners of Deet and the Geek television show.
I'm the old guy, actually.
He's the old guy, actually. And
well, you don't have to agree with that. You could say, I don't think you're really that old, or you don't look that bad, or you look younger on television. Right now, it's something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just agree with what you said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're preparing here, ladies and gentlemen, one of my actually finest meals. This is an imported ham that was brought in from Saturn or Uranus. I'm not sure which one. But it's very difficult to come by. So I do have it for the staff because this is the best team I've ever worked with on television. So only the best for the best. Right, Hans?
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So this is what we do in
Yes.
preparation for our
Absolutely.
TV show.
That's right.
Deet cooks and makes snacks and all kinds of great stuff.
Yes, sir. Love to cook. We have all kinds of special ingredients, as you know. This is a little bit of butter. This is real butter. We have celery seed on here, a little bit of pepper. This is Munster cheese. And this is whole wheat biscuits here. They're reduced fat, and of course, it's not a refined carbohydrate.
You heard that. It's not a refined carbohydrate.
Not a refined carbohydrate. Try that.
Okay.
See if that's not good. There you go.
Pretty good.
And then we then we put these on this plate right here for Hans. Very simple. And then these we will warm up in a few minutes, and then I'll slice them in half and put them for the staff. Love you guys.
Now that I have you right in front of my camera here for behind the scenes,
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to ask you a question. How do you feel about the Deet and the Geek television show that we are been working on so far?
Actually, as you know, we've been on the air for 8 years under a different name and some other different folks involved with the show. The new energy in this show is exceptional. It is a spirit that's drifted through this show that's elevated the show to a whole new level. I've never been as excited as I have about a project that I've worked on in television or film in my life. The show will be a success thanks to Hans, who has put an incredible amount of creativity and energy into the show, has brought us up to a level that has really never been reached on the show. Everybody, Jonathan, Roger, the whole team, Krista, has helped create this show, and we've only just begun. Tip of the iceberg, as they said in the Titanic. Titanic? How was that?
That was really good.
Was that good? Is that a take?
That's a take.
I love it.
We're here and we're talking to Deet and the Geek, and we're talking about the warrior battle scene where we had to film at Boogie Woogie's wrestling camp, which was about 110 degrees inside the building.
Yeah,
I was.
so
So
how many people do you think we had in there?
I don't know.
I can't get put them in.
I would say we probably had 18 of them.
Yeah, about 10, 20 of us, so maybe 30 to 40.
30 people probably. Yeah.
So what did you think about how hot it was in there? It was so hot. You had to wrestle. You had to run around for the entire 4 hours.
I think what made it worse was the fact that there was no electricity up there when I got there, and we were waiting for everyone to get there. There was no electricity, and they were doing wrestling classes inside that building.
It smelled like it.
And then, yeah, and then when we got there, the electricity came on, and the fans came on, but it had already taken its toll.
Oh, yeah,
and
man.
so we started shipping all these people. I think it had to be upper 90s pretty much the entire time we were in there.
Oh no, it was over 100.
And
It had to be. And then my dear cousin Stuart and I were in leather and those little helmets. It was so hot. It was so hot. I saw Robin this morning dipping his worm in iced tea. That's how hot it wasn't. We started drinking a bunch of water, but we were just talking about how these guys in their fur and everything were sitting there.
the Viking
Vikings,
clan.
The Viking.
Yeah.
And this is out in Shawsville, and you're in the back of the woods, and it's quite a production. Actually, Hans, running the camera right here, wrote that. And
Well, did you feel at all that you was going to pass out, or did you feel cathartic, or
Towards the end.
I mean, did you feel like you couldn't really pull it off? Because I was starting to feel like I thought I was going to faint.
At one time, I felt a little queasy,
Yeah.
and I think after we did so many of those fight scenes, to
Well,
get the different endings. And
The where we were both lying down,
Yeah.
and Rod was getting the stills, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is great.
Oh, yeah.
I was just lying down.
Didn't want to move. It was a lot cooler down there on the floor, you see. So.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
But anyway, that was quite an experience. And you know what's interesting is right when we got there, Hans told me they don't have power.
Yeah.
So we were, remembers Hans?
Yeah.
We were scrambling for extension cords to make this thing work because this is kind of a one-shot deal.
It was.
Yeah, well, and people didn't know it's because of that derecho storm
Yeah.
that blew through Virginia and knocked out all these power lines
Yeah.
and everything.
So
Hit
that-
our area really hard. And
And
Yeah.
people's power was out for up to 11 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got real lucky because I called them on the phone before we got there. And they said, yes, the power's on, but that was in their house. When they walked 200 feet to the wrestling ring, it was out. And it was kind of a panic moment. It
Yeah.
was like,
But it came right on. In fact, when I was driving down, I noticed there was Appalachian Power trucks working.
right down the street.
And it looks like they were walking back to their vehicles. And I just saw, a lot of trees. So it came on right before we did the shoot.
Dude, I was sitting there thinking, gosh, that's what we get for skipping church today.
I didn't skip church.
they canceled it.
Oh, and you're right, they did
canceled it.
But I had church in my own heart.
There you go.
No, actually, we didn't have church either, but we pulled it off. We were there, what, Hans, 5 hours?
yeah.
And
Great, that was a lot of fun.
I'll tell you,
And so today we're going to finish up another little, what do you call it, scene.
Well, I guess this will be intertwined with the one we filmed.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll actually be watching ourselves
Yeah.
watch
The warrior
the
battle.
Warrior Battle with SimulTV's software that Stephen Turner, that was the whole premise of this that Hans came up with, was to have this battle scene so we can actually interject the software that allows us to see each other
Right.
watching the same event.
Wish I could see your face.
Yeah, exactly. So, and this will be airing, I guess, second show, starting probably in about 6 weeks. So we're getting all the shows out on Monday.
Excellent.
So we've been busy.
Looks just like him.
Dun, 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 dun. Here comes the geek.
I gotta get a picture of that.
You get away from that light.
Right, that door in the white in the back.
I got.
That's perfect. And
And take it, Rodney.
I wasn't even thinking.
perfect. That looks just like you.
You can see the color, but
We had these caricatures done at Busch Gardens for the show, and she gave me too much hair.
So is this, should you hold it up beside you? Yeah.
She gave me too much hair because she felt sorry for me, is what she said. So Rodney had to go in and edit and take some of my hair away.
So what are we going to use these for?
Part of the logo, we're going to use them in print, t-shirts, things like that. So these will be characters, and Rodney has got these. Actually, we're on Facebook with these, right, Rodney?
Yeah.
Yep.
So just another facet of Deet and the Geek.
Absolutely.
Eat in